What we have here is 4 Camry tires, and you're probably asking yourself, what are these guys doing with 4 Camry tires? And I'll explain. We're making the world's first 4-wheeled, 3-wheel drive motorcycle. I think it's gonna be really, really crazy. We've learned a lot from our last projects, and we've learned that we have to spend a lot more time in R&D and coming up with things and building them so that they actually work. That's why we're gonna be using this Predator 212 air-cooled engine, which I think is going to be a lot more reliable, at least. It's not gonna be a lot more fast, but it will be way more reliable. It's smaller. We can fit the gas tank up here, but I think we're just gonna strap this somewhere around here. The driver will sit right here. You'll have steering wheel, or what do you call those things? And when you steer, it will control bars that go down to here and all the way back to some rear steer, which I think is gonna make this project very unique, because you'll be steering up in the front, your wheel in the back will be turning like this.
It's gonna look like a drift bike.
It's gonna look crazy. I don't think it's gonna be that fast, but this is the Caterpillar version 1. This is like a Cadillac of bum vehicles.
Yeah.
Rogue Fab just sent us this bender. We've also got new steel, which I think is a first in bum history. Now all I've got to do is set this up and start making a 4-wheel drive motorcycle. Jay is about to make our life so much better. He came in and installed some lights. Oh man. Oh man. That dinky light bulb sucks. That is amazing.
Hell yeah.
Wow. All right, so while you were going and grabbing us some Red Bulls, I came up with a design.
Let's hear it.
These are 5x100. We're gonna take some hubs from my buddy Brian and just attach them here.
Subaru hubs?
Subaru hubs,
Okay.
yeah. They have like a steel attachment that we can weld to.
Perfect.
And we'll just mount those here, and then we'll actually have wheel bearings that this can roll on.
And roll straight.
And roll straight.
That's awesome.
Roll straight and roll like a lot nicer than if we were to just, with our original plan, we were just going to take a big piece of steel, weld it through here, and put some like wheelbarrow, like wheelbarrow hubs on the outside to kind of like allow it to roll. But I think the Subaru hubs are going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
And we can just have these all in line.
Actual car hubs. For
Car hubs.
Car wheels.
For car wheels. So we have a machine.
It rolls.
It rolls. Roll it around. Show the people how nicely this works.
Here, catch it. Ugh. Wow, look at that.
That is nice. It's getting quite heavy, but
really heavy now. Probably like 200 pounds already.
yeah, it's probably like 200 pounds right now, and we're gonna be adding a whole bunch more steel. I think we're gonna take a bar from here and bend up
All the way to here.
all the way to here. It is a thing, and it works a lot better than any of our other machines so far.
So far, it's not, I mean, it's not perfectly straight, but pretty close. For what we need it to be, it's perfect.
The Coleman keeps coming in clutch, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna rip the steering column out of this and hopefully be able to use it to make our back tire turn on this project.
I think basically what we're thinking about is just taking this like thing that turns with the bushings in it.
Yep.
And
Put it
then
on the back.
welding it to the back and making a swing arm off of that.
Yeah, kind of like, almost like one of those bike trailers that people tote their little kids around in.
Exactly.
Like that.
And when you're going straight, I'm hoping that the rear tire just gets pulled behind it. Like,
got it.
we took the Coleman steering and cut it down, simplified it, and welded it right here. And I think that's gonna work a lot better than the original trailer hitch idea.
Yeah, the trailer hitch idea was not maybe gonna work so well. But this seems really solid now. And looking at it now, I think it's gonna work
Looking
great.
at it now, it looks so long.
And we also decided that we're gonna sit here instead of up there.
Show them.
So it'll be like,
oh.
like you have a train in front of you.
Yeah, it's coming together way quicker than I could have ever thought.
Yeah, we got a lot done already, but I have a feeling that the rest of this is gonna be a little harder than just slapping some wheels on some rods, so we'll see.
I was talking about how easy it was yesterday. I was like, wow, this is so easy. This is our
rolling chassis. Wow.
we already have a rolling chassis. And then we came here today and started working on the steering, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, so.
Much more complicated. I feel like it's gonna take just as long to make the steering on this bike as it is to make the whole front of the chassis.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let me push it.
Oh. What just happened? It really did just break.
It did. Huh.
That gives me zero faith for those ones. We'll have to beef these up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have no idea how we're gonna make the steering, but we're just gonna start welding things on and see what we can come up with. I don't know if it's gonna work at all. This is like uncharted territory right now, but we kind of have to start somewhere so that we can figure it out. So we'll just tack some stuff on, see if it works, and then go from there. We don't really know if this is going to be the steering rack we use forever, but we're just using scrap material we had laying around and things we bought from Home Depot to mock it up and see what it might look like in the future. Taylor's gonna be making some welds on this machine. I think this is the first machine. I mean, you welded a tiny bit on the Coleman. Like a couple tacks. Or it was the go-kart, a couple tacks. But now he's gonna be doing the most important section. The steering section.
Most important part?
Yeah.
All right.
You're an important man today,
It
Taylor.
might not look the best, but I'm gonna do my best.
This is Caterpillar Bike Week 1.
Week 1, we got it laid out.
It is
A little bit.
a frame and some wheels right now, and it rolls quite well. We also got the steering mechanism.
Ooh. Once
So
again, taking pieces of the Coleman.
Yeah, that's just a Coleman steering rack welded here, and then we'll take a bar and weld it up there and make it a little stronger. But it is a thing.
It rolls straight. That's it right now.
Does not turn.
It does not turn.
And we realized once we did the rear steer that steering in the front is going to have to be reversed by some gears.
Yeah, we thought it was
gonna be just normal, and then we thought about it for 1 second and realized that everything is totally opposite.
Yeah, so if you steer the steering wheel in the right direction that you want to go, it's going to go the opposite direction of that, which would make this almost impossible to drive.
You cannot ride this bicycle. You might think you can, but you can't. I know this because I'm often asked to speak at universities and conferences, and I take the bike with me. It's always the same. People think they're going to try some trick or they're just going to power through it. It doesn't work.
So we don't want that.
Next week, we're going to take some kind of differential gears or something and make reverse steering so that the wheel steers in the direction you want to go when you steer. Because this thing is already going to be insanely hard to turn.
Oh, yeah, I have a feeling there'll be some point where we have to figure out how to make things better even once the turning works.
Yeah,
because 4 wheels in a row, they don't want to turn, especially car tires that are big and flat and heavy. So
especially when they're all tied together, it's going to be like a welded diff.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot to figure out with this project, but right now, this is what it is.
1 week of work and we have a motorcycle with 4 wheels. Next week, we're going to make it drive, hopefully.
To some capacity at least, yeah.
Even if that's just 1 wheel drive. And then we're going to work on the steering, reversing the steering so that the rear steer works. And we're going to put a big headlight up front.
Like a big retrofit circle headlight. It will look pretty cool.
A pop-up headlight?
We could pop-up headlight.
If you guys want to help support the channel and help us make bigger and better things, we just made a whole bunch more merch that's on our website right now, bummotorsport.com. We have a whole bunch of colors and options of t-shirts and hoodies.
And they're really cool. They're not spray painted. They're actually printed. And
they should last for a really long time.
Yeah, I mean, you could wear them like on a first date, like to dinner. Not show up to the family reunion in a spray painted bum shirt if you don't want to. And you can still represent, so.
The spray painted bum shirt's very cool, and we are super thankful to everyone who bought them.
They're awesome. That's more like a collector's piece.
That's like a collector's piece, but this merch is, you can wash it, you can work in it, and our hoodies don't have strings. So you can't hurt yourself when you're grinding. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But yeah, it'd really help if you guys bought some of that. It helps support us, and we really appreciate it.